What's up, guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. Apologies for the lack of videos this past week. The truth is I had internet outages throughout my building. A lot of people were very frustrated, very disgruntled. I honestly just kind of kept my cool, waited it out, and we are back with a vengeance. It allowed me to take a little bit of a break from the Go Battle League and also be more active and go on some like 2-hour hikes every day. So it was a blessing and a curse, but we are back, and we hit the you-know-what rank. So, without further ado, we're going to get into it. Ariados, Shadow for Alligator, and Azumarill is the team. Pretty straightforward, right? Your anti-grass, your 2 water types in the back for Alligator is one of the best save swaps in the Go Battle League. We know that. We're going to get things going. Some incredible games in these 2 sets you're going to see. The first set being the big one. The second set going for that shiny special Pokemon. Stay tuned to the end to see if we get it. But here we go. Ariados kind of core breaking our opponent's team so far. We are able to get the nice Clefable lead. They swap in Dugong. We Trailblaze. Then we dip into Azumarill because we want to preserve our Ariados for Clefable if possible. Azumarill is going to come in here. We also were able to catch the Icy Wind, which is kind of nice. But this is going to make it so the Play Rough doesn't quite do enough to knock out Dugong. Going to fire off another charge attack at us and slowly chip away at us. We're going to go for the aggressive Bubble Down. I'm going to fire off another move here. Do they give us the full Bubble Down? They do. We're expecting Clefable to come back. And at this point, I'm wondering, like, do I bother swapping to not give him this big farm down? I thought about it, but I'm like, you know, I get off another Play Rough if he tries to farm me down. At this point, Clefable is getting really low, and I feel like this is kind of the safer play. Just do as much chip as we can with the Azumarill. And look at this, they're actually forced to fire off a Swift here, which is good for us. Swift knocks out as we come in, and it's going to be Diggersby. So I actually decide to lunge the Diggersby because this will help put it into Hydro Cannon range and debuff it. So we're not as threatened by this quick attack damage. We're not as threatened by the Scorching Sands, but still got to shield something, right, at some point. So gonna put up a shield here, and we're looking pretty good at this situation. We go up to the double Hydro Cannon fire off at the same time as his next Scorching Sands. And we get the shield. We're gonna go for the back-to-back here. Gonna let this one go through. It is debuffed, remember, so it doesn't do as much as it normally does. Hydro Cannon coming through, going to grab that final shield. We're anticipating the potential swap into Clefable, but no, we actually just get the Hydro Cannon off, so this is perfect. This should be enough to knock out Diggersby, and they're going to fire off a move here, but at this point, just save the shield for Ariados. Poison Sting down. Going to be smooth sailing. I shield, don't really need to here. I guess respecting like a potential Meteor Mash if they were running that, but even a Meteor Mash probably wouldn't have been enough to knock out. GG. On to the next one. Ariados, Fortress. Okay, if you guys run my team in the Great League, I know the Great League just went out of session. There's probably at least one commenter saying, Rise, it's not even the open Great League right now. I'm angry for no reason, and I'm posting something negative in the comment section. But despite that, we do see that Ariados is actually putting in a fight against the Fortress here. And this is going to slowly chip away at it. Lunge being single resisted. We're significantly outpacing. I make a huge mistake here. I was scared to throw an alignment, but then I have to go down 2 shields. And I let him get off another mirror shot here. Not on point with my counting in this matchup. Volt Switch, mirror shot, Earthquake, not a combination you normally see, so I was definitely way off on my keeping track of energy. We do get a nice little... Oh, we don't even get a farm down, dude. They got off another mirror shot. We're down 2 shields. Luckily, we live thanks to all the debuffs, but this is looking really bad. In comes Drifblim. Yikes, dude. Drifblim up shield is really dangerous. Shadow especially. I do debuff it. And I'm like, okay, is there still a chance here? Because we do have a hard punish to Guzzlord. The problem is Drifblim up 2 shields, I think, is just going to be too strong for us, man. So we're going to overfarm here, overfarm. And he wisely is actually just going to sack the Guzzlord. Why shield the Guzzlord when you just save 2 shields for Drifblim? We're still switch locked. This is going to allow the Drifblim to build up more energy. And I think we are kind of cooked here. We are kind of cooked here because a Shadow Ball from Shadow Drifblim is just going to do way too much damage. One-shots our Gator. Yikes. And that is a top left. Only thing I could have done differently that game would have been to lunge as soon as I got the lunge against that Fortress. And then I would have either gotten a shield. And if they had one less shield, maybe we still have a chance that game. Also, if I had, like, lost the Fortress matchup and farmed down with Gator, maybe that could have been another win condition. But tough team since Fortress beats our whole team. We see Shadow Gator here in the lead. Going for the Trailblaze. We're going to lose the Charge Attack priority, unfortunately. Usually Gator will win this Charge Attack priority. I think you have to run a high attack Ariados if you want to flip this, which some people do. Also makes sense for the mirror. Going to be patient here, knowing that I lose CMP. I actually don't throw right away, and they swap in their own Ariados, and this helps me out. This helps me out because my backline does not want to see Ariados. And now I'm able to stay in here, neutralize it with my own. We're also buffed with that Trailblaze we threw originally. So these lunges are really chunking. And, yeah, they're going to go for another attack here. Do I throw the lunge? No, I like this play for Mirage. Gonna take the lunge, store my own, and then swap Gator. In comes their Gator. I can take a Hydro Cannon. Now I have a move banked for later. Not with Gator, but with Ariados. Hydro Cannon coming through here. Going to draw the final Protect Shield. This stage, I think I decided to let it go, and we're basically going to put it all on Azu. So it's going to be Azu up a shield against the world. I could have elected to throw the move with my Ariados, I guess, but I figure maybe it'll be more useful later. Hydro Cannon chunks away at our health. Gonna throw the Ice Beam here to get rid of this Feraligatr. See you later. Azumarill. Oh, okay, Sandslash. This is gonna be really close. Because Sandslash is going to resist our charge attacks, but we are dealing out neutral bubble damage. We combo play with the lunge. Lunge gonna do a little bit more raw damage than the Trailblaze. We're putting this to a range where maybe like 3 bubbles knocks out. They clear their debuff. Very smart. Gonna shield the first here. And this is gonna come down to whether the Drill Run is gonna do enough to knock out our Azu, because they're gonna get there. Here is the Drill Run. Can Azu hang on? Come on, Azu. Be bulky. Be a tank. And we get to the Ice Beam just before going down. Going to be double resisted, but still enough to knock out. And what a close game that was. G to the G. Yeah, if the opponent had just played out the lead, I think would have been really difficult for us. We probably would have had to like play out the 2s and then maybe catch on our Gator or something to have a chance. But them swapping in their Ariados actually helped us out. You see that elo, by the way, 2972. Trying to get to that coveted 3,000 mark this season. Here we go. Let's see if I can skip forward a little bit. All right. Oh, amazing lead. Into the Wiggles. Wiggle, wiggle. Get out of here. In comes Gastrodon. So this is great for Ariados as well. We're just going to stay in here for now. Our backline is neutral against Wiggles. And I get the shield. He lets me get to another one. Now I'm going to go for the lunge. I feel like there's no way you risk just going down a shield and getting one shot. So I get to debuff him. Now Azu can absorb the earth power a little bit better here. And I still have a decent chunk of health on Ariados to try and deal with that Wigglytuff later on. Gonna overfarm a little bit here. Because Play Rough wouldn't quite knock out anyway, so I'm not super in a rush to throw it. Overfarm. Going for the Play Rough now. Unfortunately, Gastrodon will probably hang on to this. And is going to reach another attack. I'm actually going to let this go, because I feel like this could be a nice little Poison Sting down. And I'm up 2 shields. I'm up 2 shields. Gator up shields is insane. So we get the Sting down. Not expecting Wiggles to come in. It's Mandy. Okay. Now, this is starting to get a little bit concerning because the sheer charm damage of Wiggles is going to put us really low. But we should be able to get rid of it before it gets to an attack. So we still have both of our shields. That's nice. And we just have to hope that Mandibuzz can't, like, snarl us down here. That would be the lose condition. But we're going to obviously put up the shield here. Really need to get off this Ice Beam. I'm going to throw on proper timing, right? We're not getting, like, overly scared and freaking out and just throwing right away. We're still throwing on proper timing. And that throwing on proper timing allows us to reach the Hydro Cannon as well. Gator, too strong. Says see you later to the Mandibuzz. GG. All right, on to the next one. Sorry, I just got a message. We're in a closely contested Gym Breakers match. For those that didn't know, I'm the captain of Team USA for a World Cup style Pokemon Go PvP format. It's pretty fun. We're in a closely contested game against the United Kingdom right now. Battle starting. 89 is the opponent. Oh my gosh, Mawile. What the heck? So I switch just in case it was Fire Fang. When I saw that, and this was bad timing, by the way. Because of the desync, I should have been able to do one more claw there, but I didn't really recognize it, I guess. And the swap out occurred so quickly with the Mawile, I wasn't sure if it was running Fairy Wind or something else, but I thought it was Fairy Wind in the moment. I come in here with Ariados because I know it's going to be kind of dead weight against Mawile anyway. Luckily, there's no Fire Punch. No Fire Punch is nice. Thunder Punch, going to tank that. Going to throw the Trailblaze just to get rid of Hypno here. Because I thought it was Fairy Wind, I think I stay in momentarily. Then I realized it's Ice Fang. So now we got Azu against the world. Resisting the Ice Fangs is amazing for Azu. Going to put up a shield just in case it's like an Iron Head or a Play Rough. And luckily it is an Iron Head. We don't get baited. Gonna go for the Play Rough here. Does a little bit more damage than Ice Beam with that same type attack bonus. Gonna go for this bubble down here, at least try to. They're going to store some energy and come in with Gator. Now I'm feeling pretty good because I think with this energy lead, I should simply be able to get to 2 Play Roughs before they can get to 2 Hydro Cannons since I'm already starting out with a Play Rough, basically. Decide to let this go just in case they had an Iron Head on Mawile. I kind of lost track, to be honest. And they realize it's over. So that gives us a 3-1 so far in this set. No, 4-1 in the set. And ladies and gentlemen, that should be enough. 29-72, 4-1. So we're realizing we may have accomplished the little feat here. Get a little Sneasel as our reward. Going to appraise it. Look at that, nearly a hundo. 98 IV. Let's claim that rank. Oh, the drama, the anticipation. 400 out of 670. That's a fairly good win rate for the Go Battle League. Anything over 50% is good in GBL because that's kind of how an ELO system works, right? Once you get to your skill range, if you're playing people of the same skill, it only makes sense that your win rate would be hovering around 50%. So, and there you have it. 30-12. We hit the legend rank. Yet another season. Alistair pose. I actually don't put on the pose right away because I like the current pose. I like the season 2 pose, the MJ shrug, even though that's not what it actually is. But we do change to the pose at some point later in this video. So if you want to see the pose, stay tuned for that. And now this second set, we continue on for our potential shiny Pikachu Libre. All of the seasons of the Go Battle League. I only missed Legend or rank 10 at the time in the first season. And I missed it again in the third season. And I was like, wait, how did I hit it second season and not hit it this season? I got to get better at this game. That's when I kind of started to nerd out and learn all the mechanics and stuff and take it more serious. And I've lost track. We've hit it, what, 16, 17 seasons now, and no shiny Libre for your boy Rise. But here we go. Trailblaze against this Quag. Quag not going to enjoy this matchup because even if they double Aqua Tail Bait, they're not going to be able to outpace to the Stone Edge. So they do go for the catch, and I'm actually going to store energy and go Azu because Azu has such a dominant matchup here. I'm not really pressed to debuff or lunge the Mandibuzz. Sometimes it is nice, right? If this was a Pokemon I didn't have an obvious answer to, maybe it would have been better for me to debuff, but we're not really pressed by this Mandibuzz. So we're just going to store the energy, going with Azu, going for Ice Beam, because I feel like double Ice Beam should be about enough from here. Mandibuzz staying in, kind of stalling the switch timer. They may look to get out of here at some point. And look at this. This is actually really good for me because this wasn't even CMP. So if they shield this, I'm just going to throw back to back. They recognize it, so they have to let it go. Coming with the boosted lunge, and I think, did they just quit? Yeah. Pretty RPS, right? Great lead for Ariados. Great counter swap situation for Azu. Not a whole lot they could have done, most likely. Unless there was a third Pokemon that maybe would have been a better swap for them. Quag in the lead, Mandy, so who knows? Maybe like a second flyer in the back. All right. We started to enter the Q time zone. Oh, is this where I changed the pose? Or no? There it is, yeah. We're looking for the pose. We're looking. I always feel like such a noob with this type of stuff in the game, like the accessories. I never know where to look. I'm like looking far and wide, and I think it was actually the very first one. So that's a little embarrassing. But we'll get there eventually. Come on, Rise. Find it. And look at that. I'm not exactly sure what that pose is supposed to be exactly, but it is what it is. And we queue on to the next one. Let's try and get that Pikachu Libre, ladies and gentlemen. Try to get that Pikachu Libre. Queue times are so much fun. 30-12. And there we go. Next battle underway. They're telling us to roll over. We shall not. Magnezone. Uh-oh. It was a little scary. Magnezone, definitely a core breaker for our team. So we're going to try and figure this out. We're going to go for the lunge. At least we outpace it to the first move. Does nearly half, despite being resisted. That's pretty nice. This is awkward because Zone could bait us with Mirror Shot and then go straight for the Wild Charge. Luckily, they go for the Wild Charge. I go for Trailblaze now to boost my attack since they debuffed themselves. Trailblaze should be enough, even though it does a little bit less damage. Looks like I threw on the charge attack priority there. And it's another Wild Charge. Interesting. Go for another Trailblaze. Buff my attack. Is Magnezone going to go down here? Yep, they're going to let it go. In comes Drift. And I do get off a parting lunge, but was this the right decision? I don't know. Maybe I would have been better off just pivoting straight into Gator to not give them this head start. I go for the catch on Azu, and I do get the catch. So we're able to tank this a little bit better, but we don't know what's in the back. And it's going to be... Oh, we don't know yet. Oh. Okay, Goodrow. This seems playable. Seems playable. Play Rough comes through. Goodra does have that super effective Thunder Punch, so they're going to get that off here. But I'm hoping that with just straight fast attack pressure, maybe I should be fine here. I'm undercharging. Oh, because I feel like he's going to let it go, so Oh. I think I kind of threw this. I think I kind of threw this game. Because maybe... Actually, no. I don't think I threw the game. Because I think what happens is if I take out Goodra, I simply get Astonished down and then Shadow Balled. So I don't think I actually threw, but... Yeah. And then if you're wondering why I didn't throw the Hydro Cannon right away, it was because kind of the same thing, right? Without the little extra Shadow Claw damage, if I don't get any Shadow Claw damage, then I just get one shot anyway after getting the shield, and it's the same result. But anyway, on to the next one. Ariados versus a shiny Lucario. One of my favorite shinies. Let me know your favorite shiny in the comments. Force Palm Lucario. I'm going to gamble that they're not running Shadow Ball here. And there we have it. Thunder Punch still chunks a little bit. Going for the Trailblaze. It's single resisted against that steel typing, as opposed to Lunge would be double resisted. And at this point, I am double attack buffed, so I'm going to shield this to win switch and maybe get off an attack against whatever comes in. We're only one sting away, and oh, look at this. Moltres, this is amazing. Get off a boosted Lunge here. Oh, look at that. Does so much damage. Going to come in with Azu to absorb this damage better. Also, we have the neutral bubbles. We know that this is most likely a Brave Bird, but it is debuffed, and we want to keep our shield for Gator if possible, so going to let it go. In comes opposing Azu, and I'm feeling pretty good about this situation. Just because of our spam with the Gator, I feel like we're going to be able to chip this Azu quite well. I throw in bad timing there. Rise, what are we doing? What are we doing, Rise? Are we trying to throw the game? Oh, they throw in bad timing as well. Play Rough connects. I decided to let it go because I feel like even taking the Play Rough, I could still get the 2 more Hydros. And we force him to throw here. I do end up shielding now. And we're expecting the potential catch. So we bank the Hydro. We get the bubble down. Feeling pretty good here. Honestly, could probably commit to a fast attack down at this point. But since Azu's still fairly healthy on my side, I figure the safest play is just get to 2 Ice Beams, and then I have the Hydro loaded. They recognize it's over. And we take the dub, ladies and gents. Next battle. Who's standing in our way? Oh. It's going to be Diego Ricardo. Sounds kind of like Daniel Ricciardo, the F1 driver. Ariados into Pangoro. Pretty good matchup for Ariados. We are going to get outpaced slightly to these Night Slashes, and they are going to hit for some neutral damage. Pangoro is such a high attack that it's actually kind of crazy. Pangoro can soft lose this, you know, pretty close. I am being very silly here. Absolutely no reason to do that. I think someone in the chat said something that was kind of mean and annoying, so I like hesitated and responded to them, and then I swapped. But should have just gone straight into Feraligatr. And giving them that head start just makes things more awkward for me. I'm going to shield again. And probably should have thrown the Hydro before letting them get to this drill run. So playing this very sloppily, but hopefully we can still find a way. Double Hydro Cannon. They come in Crest. This is totally fine. This is totally fine. Because I come in back with Ariados. Going to be able to Lunge. Put it quite low. And this is only going to be a Moonblast or a Grass Knot. It's only a Grass Knot. Very nice. I was one off on my counts. I thought he had it right there. So several little tiny mistakes this game. But we do have the double anyway. So this is really nice. I can just blind throw a Lunge here. Throwing Lunge because it would do more to the Sand Slash. Still have a fully healthy Azumarill. And this is going to be game over. So we played that game pretty sloppily, but we had a bit of a team comp advantage, so still able to win. And I think there might be one more battle to wrap things up here. Let's see if we can end with a win. See if we can rise to the occasion. That's a joke. Honestly, I hear that like every other day from other people. I couldn't tell you the last time I ever made the joke. Huh. It might be like years. Sovtoph. The one and only Sovtoph to wrap things up here. We are going to lead Ariados into Malamar. They're dealing super effective Scythe Wave damage, but we have the super effective Lunge. Sov's got to respect it. Otherwise, this would one-shot the Malamar Lunge. Grabs the shield. I'm building up, but I figure she has to throw. So then I actually just decide to catch in the moment on a Azumarill. A little bit risky. They could have a hard punish, like a Toxapex, but we gamble, and luckily a Drapion comes in. That is not the best answer for Azu. With shields up, Drapion is going to benefit, but since a shield has already been taken down on Soph's behalf, it's going to be nice for Azumarill here. Play rough coming through. Going to connect. I'm expecting it to be maybe like a Clodsire or maybe like a Feraligatr of her own in the back. Get off this Ice Beam. Expect Soph to probably just let it go. Then I'm going to pivot. Ariados, I get off the lunge. Unfortunately, I think Malamar can simply shield and Psywave me down. So was this a mistake? Potentially. This was potentially a big mistake. I am up 2 shields, though. We know how dangerous Gator is with shields. We know how dangerous the Alligator is here. So Soph is debuffed, but I am going to shield once because I know she has so much energy. So much energy. Haha. Going to put up a shield here. Then take the second one. In comes Diggersby. And I'm like, okay, I think we might have this. Because as long as we overfarm properly, we should be able to outpace that Malamar to a charge attack, even though it had a quadrillion energy. Gonna put up a shield here. So Fire Punch baits us very wisely. Gonna go for this Hydro Cannon here, leaving us 3 away from the next Hydro Cannon. But we know that Malamar just expended 2 charge attacks. So they gotta be a little bit of ways away, and look at that, barely lives the Psywave damage. Great game from Feraligatr, and a great game against the one and only Soph Toph. Shout out to my friend. We are going to go 4-1 here in the second set, and yeah, moment of truth. Are we gonna finally get a shiny Pika Libre? I think I actually did a prediction on Twitch, which is a pretty funny prediction considering the likelihood, the odds, if you're playing the odds of actually getting the shiny Pika, pretty low. So a lot of people took advantage. Man, I don't want to skip past it. Okay, whew, that was good. Dude, I went like 30 seconds ahead, and I still didn't skip past it, it looks like. Let's go. Now we'll just patiently await Pika Libre. Shiny. 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 Manifest it. Manifest the shiny Pika Libre. Show it to me. Show it to me right now. Footage. Footage. Are we going to do it eventually? Please. Could you imagine if it cuts off beforehand? Shoot. That'd be really bad. Oh, now I'm getting nervous. There's only 20 seconds left. Oh, no shiny. No shiny. Pika Libre still looks awfully cute in its little costume. But that's going to do it, folks. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. We hit the legend rank once again, and we hit it fairly early in the season. I would think maybe there's like less than 100 legends so far in the world. And if you are still, don't even have your elo, if you're struggling to get ace, veteran, expert, whatever it may be, please don't let this make you like, oh, Rise is already, some people are already hitting legend. Like, I'm still at 2200. Like, that's totally fine. I play my sets most days. I did take like a week off or so, but I play my sets most days, and I've been playing for many seasons now, and you never know what can happen in the Go Battle League. And I feel the same way, right? When I see like a bunch of my friends hitting legend and I'm a few hundred points off, I'm like, dang, they're already hitting legend. So just try and compare yourself against yourself and hit your own goals and try to improve your plays as much as you can and get those dubs in the Go Battle League. All that said, thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Peace.